And welcome back. Belen Perez lived an astonishing life. She moved her children away from the gang-infested streets of Los Angeles and brought them to Provo, only to lose her life in a senseless murder, according to prosecutors. Now, the man who killed her is now headed to prison. For every crime, there's a story, and the truth matters. Here's ABC4 senior crime and punishment correspondent Marcos Ortiz with tonight's Justice Files.
Jared Gourdine was headed to prison. The only question remained, for how long, and would he be apologetic?
Ever since I can remember, as a little kid, she was a religious woman, a very hardworking woman.
Who moves her family from Los Angeles to Provo.
She sounds like a wonderful person, and she worked hard all her life
to raise her son in a proper environment.
Belen Perez, how she lifted herself up from her bootstraps to make the life she did here in Provo.
Nothing but kind words for Belen Perez in a Provo courtroom. In May 2014, she's brutally murdered inside her home. A neighbor finds her.
The way that they did this to her, it was torture.
I couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable.
Provo police have no answers, and the case remains unsolved until August 2018, when Jared Gourdine is under arrest, charged with murdering the Provo mother. Today, at his sentencing, there's no mention of an apology, but Gourdine doesn't like that a jury finds him guilty and asks for a new attorney.
No longer want him, and I don't want him.
And leaves the courtroom before sentencing is handed out. That's okay with the judge, and soon Perez's son addresses the court. He remembers finding his mother strangled.
It's been very difficult for me to continue with life, but I just think that my mom would have wanted me to just keep go on.
And asked that Gourdine spend the rest of his life in prison. The judge agrees. Finally, 6 years after her murder, there's justice for Belen Perez and her son, who must now carry on without her. Gourdine does plan to appeal. As far as his life sentence, the Board of Pardons can commute, but according to the prosecutor, it's very unlikely. For the Justice Files, Marcos Ortiz, ABC4 News.